of stealabrainrot, Sammy just gave me special permissions to have admin powers. But I can only have 1 power each time I rebirth. And if I don't hit max rebirth in 24 hours, I have to give someone who subscribes right now this strawberry elephant. And the 24 hours starts now. All right, and Sammy is right here. Look at his base, bro. You just said, hey, what's up, Sammy? Wait, is that, yo, do you have tongue in your base? Oh my gosh. All right, Sammy, I'm ready for my first power. What are the options? All right, you can either mutate any brainrot you have or spawn any epic brainrot. Now, right now, I don't have any brainrots in my base, but let's just go pick up this new beanie piece of Nini real quick. And Sammy, let me mutate any brainrot. All right, now let's turn this new beanie piece of Nini yin yang. Oh my gosh, look at this thing. It used to do $1 a second, and now it does 8. So let's collect our money, and we're at $435 already. And to get our next power, we're gonna need a rebirth. So we need a Chirpy Choppy, a Gangster Fruitera, and $1 million. Oh, and there's one of the brainrots we need, a Gangster Fruitera, but sadly, I don't have enough money. So you know what? Let's get this liar real quick. And now let's turn it rainbow. Oh my gosh. It does $30 a second. All right, let's collect our money, and we are at $4,000. Oh, which means I can buy a Gangster Fruitera now. Let's buy this. And for the fun of it, let's just mutate it into lava. And it gives me $180 a second. Bro, this mutate power is insane. But remember, later in this video, the powers are going to get increasingly better and better. So make sure to watch until the end. Oh, and there's the other brainrot we need, a Chirpy Choppy. Let's buy this. Let's now collect our money, and we are at $58,000. Not quite close to the 1 million we need, but if we buy this berry bikus dikus, and it goes into our base, let's just quickly turn it into a rainbow one. Oh my gosh, we are going to get to this rebirth so quickly now. And now if we collect our money, we can now rebirth. And there we go. Now we need a Boneka and Balabu, a Berber Patabeam, and $3 million. So let's see what Sammy gives us this time. All right, Sammy, I am back. You can skip to Rebirth 5 or meet any popular creator. How is meeting a popular creator a power-up, bro? Yo, is that Kalis? What the heck? Dude, I've been wanting to meet... where'd he go? Sammy, that creator power-up is a little tempting. I really want to meet Kalis. But we do have to reach max rebirth by the end of this video. So, Sammy, let's take that Rebirth 5. He said, look at your base. All right, let's see it. Oh my gosh! We already have a second story. But now we're gonna need $350 million and a Bombardino Crocodilo to reach our next rebirth. All right, this might be a little challenging. So let's start buying some brainrots. So literally, come here. Let's buy a new beanie, another new beanie. And you know what? Let's just buy another literally. And to help us out, let's mutate these. There we go. I just made them all rainbow. And they're collecting a pretty good amount of money. So let's collect these, and we are at $16,000. Nowhere even close to the $350 million we need. So, Sammy, you mind helping me out a little bit? Sure, here's 50 million. Wait, what? Oh my gosh, wait, I actually just got 50 million. All right, let's use this to buy some more brainrots. All right, Bandito Burbito, another Bandito, and oh my gosh, an Odin just came out of the line. What the heck? All right, we are definitely buying this. All right, and real quick, let's just mutate this. Boom. Now it gives 562,000 a second, and it has already made me $68 million. Oh my gosh, and while waiting for my money to collect, the brainrot we need to rebirth, the Bombardino Crocodile spawned. All right, yeah, we're definitely buying this. And now if we collect all our money, we should be at $380 million, which means once again, I can rebirth. But first, let's take this Odin to my other account. There we go. And let's rebirth. There we go. All right, the rebirths are starting to get harder now because I now need $1 billion and a Bombini Gusini. So let's see what powers Sammy has in stock for us. All right, you can have infinite Brainrot God Lucky Blocks or be able to spawn weather events. What would the weather events be able to do for me? Honestly, Sammy, I think I'm gonna have to take the infinite Brainrot God Lucky Blocks because I have been struggling with getting Brainrots. All right, Sammy, where are the Brainrot God Lucky blocks? Oh my gosh. I have a whole first story already. All right, well, let's open these lucky blocks up and see what I get. All right, first up, a yin yang lucky block. Come on, give me the TV or the firework, please. Oh my gosh. All right, yin yang tiger fruitini. Not too good, but let's move on to our next one. Another yin yang. Let's see what we get. Come on, give me the fireworks, please. Oh, you know what? Not too bad. The TV, which gives 2 million a second. Which one should we do next? I think we go for this candy one. Let's see what we get. Give me the little firework. I really want that firework. And oh my gosh, another tigerolini. All right, let's open both of these galaxy ones at the same time. Please go. Both give me something good, please. Oh, an orca and another tiger. All right, you know what? We are not at a bad state right now. So let's continue opening these lucky blocks, please. I at least want one firework Brainrot. Let's open these two real quick. Come on. All right, an orca. And, oh, the firework! Let's go! The one I was looking for, and it gives 2.9 million a second. Yeah, we are definitely gonna fly through this rebirth. But now, let's open our final ones. One right there. Let's open this one, too, and see what we get. All right, a tiger, another tiger, and then our last one, a bloodrot lucky block. Come on, give me the firework bloodrot. And another tiger. But now, if we collect all our money, we are at $4.51 billion, which is literally 4 times the money we need to rebirth. And now we just need a Bombini Goosini. And while we wait for that, let's go on our ult account and bring some of our Brainrots over. And our final one, there we go. And finally, the Brainrot we need to rebirth, the Bombini Goosini. We are definitely buying this. And now, once again, let's rebirth. Boom. All right, let's go over to Sammy and see what upgrades we get next. All right, infinite 4x or admin permissions. I have no idea what we could do with these admin permissions. So, Sammy, let's just take the 4x luck. And oh my gosh, Sammy just gave me a day of 4x luck. What the heck? Oh, wait, hold up. Is that the Tete Sahur we need to rebirth? No way, I already got this already. Let's buy this. And now let's move all of these Brainrots back to my base. And our last one, there we go. Oh my gosh! A Gripus Medusi just spawned our first secret in the video. What the heck? Yeah, this 4x is definitely paying off. All right, let's buy this. And holy crap. It already gives 1 million a second. And we still do have the power to mutate. So real quick, let's just morph that. And now it does 7.5 million a second. This is such a sick Brainrot. And it has already collected $1 billion. And now if I just collect all my money right here, we should have enough to rebirth. We are absolutely flying through these. But remember, later on in this video, it's gonna get pretty hard to rebirth. So Sammy better give us some good powers. But for now, let's move all of these Brainrots. And now let's rebirth. There we go. And now we need $25 billion and a Cocofanto Elefanto, which we will hopefully get with our 4x luck. But now, Sammy, give me my upgrade choices. Craft any Brainrot or $1 trillion. This is a tough one because with that 1 trillion, I could buy Brainrots that I couldn't buy before. But crafting a Brainrot is so tempting. So, Sammy, let's take the craft a Brainrot power. So I think if I go over to the crafting machine and I pick any Brainrot for here, like the Froggle-la-la-la-la. All right, and now it should be somewhere. Oh, there it is. It's in my base already, the Froggle-la-la-la-la. And it gives 450,000 a second. Dude, this is insane. All right, and you know what? While we're at it, let's just craft another Brainrot. All right, Orca-lita, Orca-la. Let's craft you real quick. All right, and it should be in my base. There it is. This crafting power is so overpowered. But now we need the Cocofanto Elefanto still and our $25 billion. So let's bring these Brainrots over to my other base real quick and wait for our 4x luck to do its magic. Oh, in no time, our Cocofanto that we needed spawned. So let's buy this real quick. And now if we collect our money, we should be super close to our rebirth. Yep, we are only 5 billion away. And now let's collect our money again. And there we go. We have made it to the $25 billion we need. So let's bring these Brainrots over to my base once again. But now let's rebirth. There we go. And I told you guys these rebirths are going to get harder because our next rebirth is 250 billion. So let's see what Sammy has to offer for us. All right, Sammy said skip to rebirth 10 or morph into any Brainrot. Bro, what does morphing into a Brainrot have to do with powers, bro? And of course, I'm just gonna take the rebirth 10, bro. Give it to me. Check your base. All right, and oh my gosh. We now have a third story, which is gonna help us fit some more Brainrots in our base. And now let's take all these Brainrots back to my other base because I'm definitely gonna need them for my next rebirth, which requires $250 billion. And oh my gosh, wait, a Giraffe Celestre spawned. I don't even need this anymore, but let's just buy this because I now need a Trallalero Tralala. Whoa, wait, the Brainrot I need to rebirth literally just spawned while I'm moving over my Brainrots. A Trallalero Tralala, let's buy this. And our last Brainrot, there we go. And now let's just AFK until we hit this $1 trillion we need. This is gonna take forever. After so long, we now have $993 billion, which means if I run over my money, I am at $1 trillion now. Getting this money is taking up so much of my 24 hours. So we better get some better Brainrots to rebirth faster. But now, once again, let's rebirth. There we go. And now let's go back over to Sammy's base and ask him for our next power. Infinite 6x luck or spawn random Brainrots in your base. Ooh, this is already hard because I already have 4x luck activated for literally a day. But those Brainrots might be useful. Sammy, let's go for the 6x. And there we go. The 6x luck is now activated for another day. So some pretty good Brainrots should be spawning soon. But for now, let's take some of these Brainrots over back to my base. And oh my gosh, what the heck? A Legrande, Combination, and a Giraffe Celestre spawn on the same line. And a ballerina. Yo, what is my luck right now? All right, first, let's buy this ballerina. Oh my gosh, wait, that Legrande is about to hit the end of the line. All right, Giraffe Celestre, I'm gonna buy you. And then finally, the Legrande. Holy crap. And there we go. And I almost forgot. I can still mutate Brainrots. So Legrande, let's mutate you real quick. There we go. A Rainbow Legrande. This is sick. Well, let's continue on and bring over our other Brainrots. But I literally think this Legrande is better than all my Brainrots combined. I'm waiting for my Brainrots to collect money and a Tototosa spawn. This is a sick new Brainrot and we definitely gotta buy it. It gives 2 million a second. But we're still waiting on the Odin Din Din Dun. Oh wait, I literally forgot. I have an Odin in this base. That's Yin Yang. So I guess we could use this one. And let's put this in our base. And now let's keep waiting until we hit this $7 trillion. And another crazy secret spawn, a Nuclearo Dinosauro. Dude, there is no way. This is gonna help me out so much. And I'm so glad I picked the 6x because it is definitely starting to pay off. But now, once again, if I run over my money, I am not making that much money, considering that I need $7 trillion. So again, let's mutate this. And boom. Holy crap. I've never seen this before. A Yin Yang Nuclearo Dinosauro. And this is literally my new best Brainrot. So now, once again, let's go AFK and wait until we hit the $7 trillion. Oh my gosh, we are so close to the $7 trillion we need. And Los Tralitos just spawned, which will help us with our final rebirth, I'm pretty sure. And oh my gosh, a Diamond Trenzo Turbo 3000 just spawned, which is literally the Brainrot we need to rebirth after this. So we are definitely buying this. And real quick, let's collect our money. And we are at $7 trillion. Let's move these Brainrots. And our final one, there we go. My other base is actually starting to fill up with some Brainrots. But once again, let's rebirth. There we go. And we do need a Trenzo Turbo 3000 for this rebirth, which I literally just got, so let's bring this over to my base. But now, once again, let's go over to Sammy and see what he has for us. Every event or spawn secrets. I mean, we've been getting enough secrets with the 6x, so Sammy, let's get every event. All right, now if I do /events in chat, the event should spawn around now. And oh my gosh, we are getting so many events. They're all spawning at the bottom right right on my screen. Dude, I can't see anything. There's too many events. Oh my gosh. I literally think my whole bottom of my screen is going to be filled up by the end of this. Dude, what is going on? All right, this is actually insane. And these brain rots are getting hit with some crazy mutations. All right, and while these events are going on, let's bring our best brain rots over to my base. And wait, whoa, what is that in the line? A money puggy. Oh my gosh. Guys, comment down below if you guys do think this is a cute brain rot. And it's already at $231 million already. Yeah, we are definitely getting this. Oh my gosh, this is getting hit by so many things. All right, let's buy this before it goes to the end of the line. And while going back to my base, it was able to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mutations on it and gives 430 million a second. Yeah, this is my new best brain rot. Whoa, here's one of the brain rots I need to rebirth. The trippy drop it triple and a back bro. What is my luck? All right, let's buy this trippy drop it triple and then this gold pack mat. And once again, guys, we're gonna need $35 trillion to rebirth, but these new brain rots that I got should help me out a bit. And let's move some of our good brain rots over to our other base. And finally, the events are starting to cool down. I've been sitting here for so long, but once again, let's collect all this money and we are at 38 trillion, which means we are 3 trillion over the $35 trillion we need to rebirth. So quickly, let's hit this rebirth. There we go. And now let's go ask Sammy for our next upgrade options. Skip to rebirth 14 or 10,000 Robux. Bro, these Robux are not going to help me at all, Sammy. What are you talking about? So obviously, let's get this rebirth 14. And now if I look at my base should be rebirth 14. Oh, and yeah, we have a bunch of placemat floors right here. And we do have the back row mat we need to rebirth. So let's make sure to take this over to our base. And let's also take our super overpowered brain rots. The 24 hours is passing by so quick, but luckily I am at $498 trillion, which means if I run over my money real quick, I am at the $500 trillion we need to rebirth. And again, let's move over our brain rots to our other base. And once again, let's rebirth. There we go. And now we need $1 quintillion and Los Trollitos, which luckily again, we do have in our other base. Oh, yep, right here. Let's grab these real quick. But now, guys, Sammy is right there waiting for me. Let's hope he has something really good. All right, Sammy just said spawn OG or spawn every brain rot. And you know what I'm going to have to go for? Sammy, let's spawn the OG. But before that, let's activate every event in hopes that the strawberry elephant will get every mutation. So real quick, let's just do /events in the chat. And there they are. They are starting to spawn super quickly. Oh my gosh. My hotbar is going to fill up once again. Let's see when the strawberry elephant is going to spawn. And there it is. Oh my gosh, it's gold. And it already got its first mutation. The crab legs is at $1.8 billion a second. Please get some more mutations on it. Dude, there's so many mutations at the bottom right of my screen. No way it gets hit with another one. And there it is. Oh my gosh, the 10 billion effect, bro. This has to be the rare strawberry elephant already. All right, let's purchase it before it gets to the end of the line. And come on, let's get some final effects on it. Please. Because remember, we're going to need to hit this $1 quintillion before the 24-hour ends. But here is its final form, a gold strawberry elephant that gives 4.2 billion a second. Oh wait, and I forgot, I could literally mutate this thing from the first power we got. So real quick, let's mutate it. And boom, oh my gosh, a rainbow strawberry elephant. It gives 7.3 billion a second. This has to be the best strawberry elephant in the game. And bro, these events are still going on. But now finally, let's use this strawberry elephant to get our final rebirth. The 24 hours is almost up, and finally, let's collect this money and we should be at $1 quadrillion. So let's quickly bring the strawberry elephant over to my other base. Look at this thing. Put it in here. And finally, with the Los Trollitos in my base and Sammy here, let's do our final rebirth. There we go. And Sammy, what is the final power? Subscribe!